I'd like to call this Tuesday, March the 30th, 2021 meeting of the Property and Planning Subcommittee to order. Been a long day, so I'll have our Ms. Clerk, if you'll please call the roll.
Representative Hodges. Here. Representative Leatherwood. Here. Representative Reedy. Here. Representative Sexton. Here. Representative Wright. Here. Chairman Moody. Chairman Crawford. Present. Chairman Carr.
Here.
Chairman Carr, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Chairman Moody, she texted me, she's still in appropriations. Any questions or any comments from the members before we get started? Seeing none, we'll move right along this. I know everybody has had a very long day. Item number 1 on our calendar today, HB 1315 by Representative Ogles, and I believe Representative Chairman Reedy is carrying that one.
Yeah.
Second. You are recognized.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman and committee members, what I want to do or would like to do with your permission is to add the Amendment 5772 onto the bill. And with that, I will talk on the amendment which makes the bill, but then we will roll it for 1 week, sir.
Okay, let's get it in the proper form. Now, do I hear a motion on the amendment? Motion properly seconded on the amendment 5772. If you don't care, Representative Reed, let's go ahead and make a motion and get it on the bill. Is that okay?
Yes, sir, please.
All right. Any questions before we get started? All those in favor of the amendment 5772 going on to the bill, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, no. We are back on the bill as amended. Chairman Reedy, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And of course, members, seeing my name as a co-sponsor on this bill, this pertains actually to Houston County, the county that I call home. And it was interesting when I discovered this to give a backstory. And what I will do is read from the from the fiscal note for the amendment. So for clarity, this pertains to truth and taxation debt to total asset property value ratio of 10% or greater. And this certified tax rate comes from the comptroller's office every 2 to 5 years. And what we have found in Houston County, before I got elected, the leadership, the county commission, and the mayor right there decided to buy the hospital building. I don't want to call it the hospital because they bought the building but let the certificate go that would ensure that there was proper payment. And so through that time, the increase of the wheel tax, increase of the property tax actually put us in the scope of this bill. Now, off of the bill, there are several local governments that this pertains to, but the populations range from 7,832 people in a county or a city up to 646,000. So we just can't point a finger of bad leadership in Nashville, Davidson County, but we've got some small counties that are doing the same thing. So prior to exceeding the certified tax rate, a local governing body is required to publish notice in a newspaper of a general circulation in the county and hold a public hearing. The proposed language would require local governments whose ratio is 10% or greater who intend to exceed the certified tax rate to publish an additional newspaper notification and provide a mailed notice to each property owner within the taxing jurisdiction of the local government. So that puts us right back again when we increase. Now, Houston County total population is 8,500, and it's already projected in 2025 we'll only have 8,000. So it's really, Houston County is a retirement community. When we jacked up the property tax and the wheel tax, I'm afraid we're going to be running taxpayers off, and there's several that have already left for other counties where lower property tax rates are. So with this, it's only fair, I think, and Mr. Chairman, just to let everybody know, yes, my wife is a county commissioner. Since the last election, we have a new mayor, and half of the commissioners are new, trying to take care of this burden of basically bankrupting Houston County because of this hospital. Now, they're working with some folks trying to get somebody that knows about hospitals and taking care of them to purchase that hospital. But we were in such financial dire straits. The comptroller came to town. First it was Justin Wilson, but Jason Mumpower now, and they forced the county to pass a resolution. They would no longer take general fund money to put on the debt of the hospital. And with that explanation, Mr. Chairman, I just asked to roll this 1 week.
Without objection, roll 1 week. That takes us to item number 2, House Bill 358 by Speaker Pro Tem Marsh. Speaker, you're recognized. You've had a motion and properly seconded. Do you have an amendment on that, Mr.
Yes,
Speaker?
sir. Item, drafting code 5869.
That's what I showed. Do I hear a motion on the amendment? Motion? Been properly motion and seconded. You recognize on the amendment, Speaker Pro Tem.
The amendment makes the bill, and we had a real simple bill, but we had several people that wanted to add some guardrails to it, so that's what the amendment does to the bill. But the bill, as amended, allows the county trustees of every county to proceed against delinquent taxpayers by retaining an agent to collect delinquent personal property taxes. It's just allowing our trustees to use a collection agency to collect some of their past due bills. And we have several guidelines around that everybody has signed off on.
Okay, since that amendment makes the bill, let's get that in proper form. All those in favor of amendment number 5869 going on the bill, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. We're back on the bill as amended. Mr. Speaker, you are recognized. Any questions to the Speaker? Seeing none, we're ready to vote on House Bill. I'll get it in a minute here. House Bill 358. All those in favor of House Bill 358 going on to full committee, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. Bill moves on to full committee. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you.
That moves us on down to item number 3, House Bill 1326. And to clarify for the record here, that bill has been presented on 4 times. It will be rolled to the special calendar and therefore heard on the final calendar. It moves. Yep. Bang, it's done. Okay. Item number 4, House Bill 198 by Chairman Zachary. Chairman, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman of Committee. Members, this is a bill to help our disabled veterans.
Your motion probably second. Do you have any amendments, sir?
No, sir, no amendments.
You're
And
recognized.
thank you for the motion and the second. Members, just quickly, this was brought to me by a veteran in my district. This is related to the VA process for determining 100% service-connected disability in the sales property tax relief program. Very cumbersome, very burdensome. It can take up to 9 years for a disabled veteran to walk through this process, but then he is rewarded by the government providing him his back due on property taxes. But unfortunately, that doesn't line up with state code. So what this bill will do, it corrects that issue by reimbursing the disabled veteran when they provide proof of the appeal and the department's upgraded determination to the collecting official. And so, members, this does have a heavy lift in terms of the fiscal note. So my hope is to pass it through this committee, through Chairman Crawford's committee, and work with finance on that fiscal note. But this is simply a bill that helps our disabled veterans in our state. I'd be glad to take any questions.
Thank you, Chairman Zachary. Any questions to the sponsor? Seeing none, I guess we're ready for House Bill 198 to move on to full committee. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. Bill moves on to full committee. Thank you, Chairman
Thank you,
Zachary.
Mr. Chairman of Committee.
Item number 5, House Bill 856 by Representative Sherrill. Representative Sherrill.
Thank you.
Do I hear a motion second? Been motion, probably second. You recognize Representative Sherrill.
Thank you, Chairman and members. We do have amendment on this, number
Drafting Code 4285.
4285. Yes.
Your- Got a motion? Probably second on the amendment. You recognize on the amendment.
Thank you, Chairman. This is brought to me from Grundy County, the Coalmont area, that they're wanting to establish a new park over there for their ATVs and off-road vehicles, and they're wanting to be able to have this park, and they're wanting to be able to collect a tax on campers that come in and camp on their park there.
So the amendment makes the bill.
Yes.
Let's get that in proper form. All those in favor of House Amendment 4285 going on to the bill say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. We're back on the bill as amended. Any questions to the sponsor? I'll try to verify what this bill is doing if you don't care, Mr. Sponsor, since we worked on it together.
Thank you.
Hotel motel tax is usually collected on any overnight stay or any lodging situation like this. And this is going to be inside of one of our state parks. And the state park didn't think that they had the authority to collect that tax. So what this bill does, it gives the state parks, and it defines it as cabins and rustic cabins and everything like, but it does give them the authority to collect that tax and then remit that tax to the proper local authority. Am I right on that?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further questions? Seeing question been called on the bill. All those in favor of House Bill 856 going on to full committee say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. Bill goes on to full committee.
Thank you, Chairman and members.
Thank you. House Bill number 6, House Bill 1399, has been rolled to the last calendar. House Bill 918 by me, oh, excuse me, I didn't do that right there, thank you. House Bill 918 is my bill. I did not have I have amendment, but it was not timely filed, so I would ask the indulgence for committee to roll that 1 week. Do I hear a motion? So moved. All right, roll 1 week. Any other thing to come before the committee? Seeing not, we are adjourned.